Just, when the FBI came back down. See, that's...
At the end of the day, what this work is for attempting to offer some modest assistance to Ukraine through our forfeiture work at the end of the day, and to plug holes in a global sanctions regime that has already had some success in slowing and frustrating the Russian war machine. In terms of seizure and what we've recovered through judicial process, through warrants, or by naming property in indictments, we're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars worth of property. That's in the form of yachts, for example, real property, including some parcels of property seized just last week, roughly valued at about $75 million. All of that is through DOJ's, the Department of Justice's, seizure authorities. We will not take assets that are not fully forfeited through judicial procedures and begin confiscating them without a legal basis. So the question of what you can do with a seized asset is very different from the question of what you can do with a fully forfeited asset. My focus, the task force focus, is on getting assets to be fully forfeited. And at that point, we have had success in working with Congress and working with folks around the executive branch in obtaining authorization to transfer certain forfeited funds to the State Department for the purposes of aiding Ukraine. And we're looking for ways of expanding that authorization and utilizing the authorization as robustly as possible. But I expect that the second priority, which we've had from the outset, of focusing on facilitation, focusing on professional sanctions evaders, and on focusing on export control violations and these illicit procurement networks, will continue to take up an ever-increasing amount of our bandwidth and our effort. I think it can be quite effective to be sanctioning facilitators, and Treasury does in fact do that, and has done that in the Russian program in particular. There are individuals who, going beyond money managers, are in aviation services or maritime services, who are essentially professional sanctions evasion brokers. And they have been listed to some extent, and I think that can be a powerful tool. It's certainly one that in the Department of Justice's prioritization is at the top of the heap.